My name's Mr. Bordas.
My name is Miss Brown.
My name is Amanda Barnett.
Sam Frank.
My name is Deshaun Jones.
Miss Stromberg Lopez.
Zach Smith.
I am Miss Taylor.
Or Mr. Clark for the students.
My name's Liam Gallagher, or Mr. Gallagher.
At the University of Miami, where I studied mechanical engineering and physics. And then I went to UC Berkeley for my master's degree in civil and environmental engineering. And now, well, I was at the University of Phoenix, and now I'm joining the National University to work on my master's in education.
I went to Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington.
I went to California State University, Fresno for undergrad and San Francisco State.
I went to University of San Francisco, where I majored in counseling psychology.
I attended the University of Central Florida in Orlando.
I went to Oregon State University and Stanford.
Undergraduate, I went to Villanova University, and I got my master's from Columbia.
I went to Montana State University for my undergrad, which means my bachelor's, and then I got my master's in teaching through New York University.
Went to San Francisco State University.
Started out at the University of Illinois, but I finished at UC Santa Cruz.
I worked at another middle school in Hollywood, Florida. And then prior to that, I was a criminal defense paralegal.
Well, I used to be a history teacher at Mission High
I
School.
worked as an instructional coach for the Pathway to Teaching program.
My first job was being a research assistant.
I was working in San Jose at a school called Presentation High School. So this is my first year.
I had one job that was full-time, and I was at Booker T. Washington Community Service Center. And I had a part-time job where I was an merchandise associate.
I was a social worker at James Lake for 4 years and Bessie Carmichael for last year. And then prior to that, I did clinical case management at the homeless prenatal program. And then a few other kind of odds and ends, school volunteering with AmeriCorps, some work with homeless youth and foster.
I was being a research assistant in a plant place.
So I used to own a gym in Oakland, where I would teach adults how to lift kettlebells and barbells and body weights. Well, I've been coaching people in physical education for almost 10 years, and I wanted to work more with younger students, knowing that when I work with you at a younger age, it sets you up for success when you're older.
Support as well as mentor students of all ethnic backgrounds, regardless of sexual orientation, disabilities, and religion status. But also because I wanted to, help students develop and grow, mature.
So when I was working at the criminal defense firm, I got a phone call from one of my people that were in my 4th grade class. So I thought, oh my gosh, this is terrible that he's calling me, what's going on? And at that moment I realized that I really wanted to start to intervene early and just find myself in a
I
school
always
set.
wanted to be a teacher, and
I actually didn't have a lot of teachers I connected with when I was growing up, so I wanted to do that for students now.
I love teaching. I like working with kids.
I realized that I had an urge in me to help make change and to help open people to possibility and hope, while being mindful of the oppressive nature of the system.
A family member who is severely impacted by their disability. He has cerebral palsy, and we grew up at the same time, so I got to see his educational experience and how it was vastly different from my own.
I want to get my PhD and become a professor, but when you have a philosophy degree and you take a year off from school, you don't always get accepted to your PhD
I
right away.
really enjoy the sense of purpose it gives me. Every day having to work with young people really keeps me motivated. So I really like having a job that gives me motivation other than money.